Well, hello and welcome back to the Shallow Proclamation. My name is Paul.
And I'm
Flipping heck.
I'm Thomas.
And we are about to watch episode 2 of the Celestial Toymaker. We've quite enjoyed the first episode, and we'd be interested to know what you think, because we'd said in the last episode that amongst fans, a lot of people don't really like this story, despite the fact my dad is determined to tell me it was a classic when he saw it. It doesn't have that. I think. I mean, the reason I think it's not liked, we'll come on to a couple of those reasons in a moment, definitely one in this episode. I think it wasn't, when that fourth episode didn't exist, I think people did think it was a classic. And then I think the fourth episode was found and people went, oh, this is absolute rubbish, isn't it? I think that might be partly what's happened. However, there are other reasons for it not being very popular, one of which I'll flag up now and one will come up in the episode.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's called the Celestial Toymaker, many people have said that they think that this is... so Celestial was a racial slur for, like, Chinese people.
Oh.
And so there's some suggestion that basically... And because Michael Gough's character, the Toymaker, is dressed in what looks like sort of Chinese...
I did notice that, actually, yeah.
It has been suggested that actually the very title itself is racist. However, others have said celestial. You know, we know it means kind of from space in the heavens. You know, and maybe that's what they're going for. Who knows? So that has caused some controversy, and there is something. I'm not sure what's going to be in this recon, to be honest. Whether things will make it in, but there may be some very controversial. There may be a very controversial moment in this episode as well. So keep your ears peeled.
Okay.
Because I'm not 100% certain exactly when it appears. But
interesting.
Yes.
So we're learning a lot about your dad here.
Yeah. Can't stand the Chinese. No, joking.
No, that's interesting to note though. That so it's not so much people just criticising the story, it's more taking issue with the way certain aspects of it hold up in terms of...
Possibly. I think there might be plenty of people criticising the story. I think people think... think, you know, again, I've not seen for a long time what people say about it. I mean, apart from just a negative sense. Yeah, I think some people's feeling about this was that I think maybe they just thought it was boring.
Huh.
I mean, I've not found that so far, but...
Yeah, I've been quite enjoying it, actually.
If they've now made the Doctor invisible and mute, it's definitely a way to get rid of your central character.
Yeah, they're bending over backwards to remove him, aren't they?
That's nice. I mean, I know it's just fake, but I know it's not actually for the story, but it looks nice.
Yeah.
6 deadly sisters, 7 for choice. I suppose that means 6 of them in danger.
I said chairs, didn't I?
You did. You called it.
How dangerous are they? They haven't got voices.
Yeah, she is basically speaking in received pronunciation, isn't she? Now.
They must be the servants. Maybe it's some poetic term.
Her accent sort of dips in and out.
Accents can be rewritten.
Nothing's happened yet. Look, if we can get them all out before the King and Queen get here, we can test the chest.
Hey, with $7 in 3 covers, what's the other one for?
It isn't very charming to be told you're not real. We were not amused. Well, which chair do you suggest?
Well, none of them look like the throne, do they, my dear?
Well, then you must have to pick one at random.
Of course, random.
Right, so there we go. That was the controversial moment. It was they muted that. They sort of muted that there. So he said, pick a chair, yeah?
Yeah.
And he went, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catcher, and then he used a racial slur, the N-word, by his toe. So apparently it was considered acceptable to be broadcast on the BBC in 1966. So you can understand why that's quite controversial. Apparently in releases of this on the, you know, like when they've done releases of it, they've used Peter Purves to do sort of narration over it, so he's kind of cut over the top of it.
Right.
So you don't hear it.
What do you think?
Well, what do we do now?
I wish we could see that in reality.
Oh, that was fantastic.
Then?
Turn the thing off.
I don't think I can get...
And we have another riddle.
Here we go. Hunt the key to fit the door. Try and get some musical key.
Paul,
So-
what the heck is going on? Like these playing cards of people, and then they become playing cards, but I still kind of enjoyed it. Actually, got a bit lost in the middle. I found it a bit
I think
tricky to follow, but
What's not to like? You know, it's a classic kind of, you know, you've got a character who's a kind of trickster who's taking, you know, like in this case, we've had children's games before. Now we've had playing cards, kings and queens and jacks or knaves, you know, and the Joker made into real people solving riddles. If you don't solve the riddle, if you get the riddle wrong, you die, basically. Like, it's yeah, I quite like it. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
it's interesting, isn't it?
yeah, I'd say so.
Apart from the use of the N word, but
Yes, I mean that is obviously just, you know, unacceptable, isn't it? Like, and
I can't believe that,
It's a
because I
product of-
wouldn't have. Were people using that at the time, just in,
What, in the
common
60s?
speech?
well, presumably, yeah, amongst racists, presumably were using it. I mean, people would have sign. I mean, it crops up. Yeah, I mean, it crops up in a Doctor Who story later. I mean, it's a deliberate thing that, you know, if someone has a sign in their house that, you know, when they're for like a B&B type thing, to be a rent, you know, to be like a, what's it called, like a lodger type thing, and it says, you know, like no blacks and stuff.
Wow.
So it would have been very much probably would have been quite a common thing of the time amongst certain people.
Yeah, I wonder if the BBC got complaints like at the time it was released, or
Yeah, that's
if
interesting. I
people
don't know.
considered it just so kind of normal that didn't make anything of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, obviously people have been have had problem with it later on, but whether as you say, whether at the time people objected, I don't know. I'm sure someone in the comments will be able to will have some sense of it, but
Yeah.
I mean that aside, I like
other
the
than
concept. You know,
Yeah, quite enjoying it.
yeah. I mean, I think William Hartnell's gone on holiday again. I
He's
think he might be on
lost
holiday
his
next week
body,
as well.
then his hand, then his voice.
Yeah, I think he's gone on holiday this week. I think he may be on holiday in the next episode as well. So there you go. But no, it's good. I'd be interested to know what people think down in the comments. Let us know what you make of the story, like in general. You know, obviously as well, people may have things to share on the more controversial aspects of the story, both the title and the language. But you know, obviously, whatever you want to chat about down there, we're happy to engage. Yeah. Should we wrap that there?
Let's.
Brilliant. All right then, take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.